Good morning. I'm Clint Lambert, the host today of the Village in Motion, and today it's the December the 10th. Only 15 more days until Santa Claus goes ho ho ho, and I hope everybody's already done all their shopping and everything. But in case you haven't, a great thing to do is take a trip, and we have the person here who's responsible for trips. But more importantly, she's the shining star for this month. Welcome, Robin.
Thank you, Clint. Thank you for having me.
We're so glad to have Robin LaGrange with us this morning, and Ben Cornthwaite, our executive director, who's here to talk about everything about Shining Star.
Well, thanks, Dr. Lambert. It's always, this is one of my favorite segments each and every month, and as you mentioned, we're just honored to have a special guest in Robin LaGrange here with us, and Robin is our featured Shining Star of the month this month, which is exciting. And as you know, Robin manages all of those special trips, and so whether it's near or far, Robin is the one that not only finds the events, books the events, coordinates the whole thing. So as that special trips coordinator, she's got a lot on her plate.
Certainly does.
But she also gets to go along and have some of the fun too,
Yeah.
and we'll ride along with residents to enjoy that. But I often hear from residents that either return back from the trip or are reminiscing about the trips. First of all, great enjoyment for the trip itself, but really it's always followed up with a comment specifically about Robin specifically, and there was a resident not too long ago that they had a medical event and resulted in the resident with a pretty significant injury, and Robin took it upon herself not only to engage the support and necessary help in the moment to get this resident off to the hospital, but Robin also then followed up in a very personal way with this resident to make sure that she was connected to the community and following up with her. So we just heard what a great job. Definitely an example of going above and beyond, but definitely a consistent theme that I hear often when referencing Robin and the work that she does. So congratulations, Robin, and thank you for all that you do in that respect.
Well, thank you.
So tell everybody, what is it that you love about special trips, and having been here in the community, I think you just celebrated your 8th anniversary, right?
That's right.
So, very good.
Yes.
So tell everybody and tell Dr. Lambert, what do you love about being the special trips coordinator so much?
Well, as the special trips coordinator, I like to tell the residents, I don't sell trips, I sell experiences and memories. So, it's a chance, it's an opportunity for them to get off the campus and to actually have some fun and enjoy some things. And I love the personal interaction with them. When we're out on trips, it's like, we'll sit down, we'll enjoy a conversation or have a meal, and it's my way of connecting and bonding with the residents, so I thoroughly enjoy that.
Very good. Well, the residents just love having you around and having you out on the trips with them. I mean, they feel so much more comfortable with you there, and the fact that you can provide a history about what's going on or tell them something about where they're going that they don't know.
Right. And for me, I want the residents to feel comfortable and to feel safe, and that that if something happens, that they're not going to be out there on their own, that we're going to be there. They're still connected to the community, and the community is still connected with them. So that's my priority, is to make sure that they are comfortable and have that sense of security and enjoy themselves. And they can actually make good memories and, come back and talk about it.
What's the most memorable trip this year, or any big highlights stand out in your mind about a recent trip?
This year, well, that particular trip, because whenever I'm out on a trip with the residents and something happens, it's like your heart sinks. It really does, and I hate to see it happen, so my thing is just the fact that, she was so appreciative that, that I was there and that I came to see her, and that she didn't have any family in the area either. So I felt really, really badly. If I would have left her, I wasn't comfortable with that. So I wanted to make sure that we got in touch with her family and that somebody would be there before I left her, So I just wanted her to feel that connection. That kind of stays with me.
Yes.
It's the resident satisfaction. That stays with me, and that's what I'm here for, is to provide, just if I can improve on the quality of life in any way, in a small way, then that's what I want to do.
Great. And that's what makes you a shining star. I mean, you truly are a star here on this campus for all our residents.
Thank you. The residents are wonderful. I mean, I just enjoy so much working with them. You do develop bonds and relationships. And the way I get to interact with them is maybe slightly different from a lot of people on campus because we do get to go out and have fun, and you know, it's things that they want to do. They come to me and they let me know what they're interested in and what they want to do, and I try to make it happen for them.
Very good.
So I want to give them something that, you know, that they really want.
I should put out a personal plug. If anybody wants to interact with me in Hawaii as well,
You're right.
I'm happy to
Let's
to do so.
I'd be glad to take the trip, right?
Right.
I'll tell you what my most memorable event was, trip, in the whole 8 years that I've been here. I had a couple, it was a resident, the couple, they were celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary. So we had a Mediterranean cruise. So in celebration of their 60th anniversary, they wanted to bring their daughters and their granddaughters.
That's awesome.
So, and that's what they did. They brought their daughters and their granddaughters, and they had the most amazing time. And I got the greatest thank you card from all of them because they said that was the best trip ever.
Yeah, that's fun.
And it's like you're talking about making memories. It's not just the residents' memories. It's like memories that the daughters will have, memories that the granddaughters will have.
Sure.
And it's memories that I'm going to have. I mean, I'll never forget that
Sure.
because that was one of the most incredible things of beauty that I've ever seen.
And all those things are so positive for Green Spring.
They really
I mean,
are.
people go out and they talk about that and the experiences they've had and all the opportunities we have here.
Yeah.
They do.
Well, Robin, thank you for the work that you do, and over the last 8 years, you know, not only in executing the special trips for us, but thanks for making the connections and the memories available for people. So really just appreciate all the work you do here in the community,
Well,
and
thank you.
we're honored to celebrate you this month.
Well, thank you. You know, it's truly been my pleasure. I really enjoy what I do.
Very good. Well, keep it up.
I think I will.
And we want you to stay around for a long time.
Well, great.
You've only been here 6 months longer than I have. But
Really? Wow. Time flies. It really
it does. It
though.
really does. But we're very glad to have you with us, and we just want to say congratulations to a person most deserving
Well, thank you.
of being a shining star.
Thank you.
Okay. Don't go away, folks. We're going to have a roll-in here, and the roll-in is going to be the Seven Sopranos. We're not talking about the Soprano TV show. We're talking about someone who makes music. So hang on, have a watch, and listen.
Excuse me, please. So many things. Gobble, gobble.
We're back. Hey, we're back. Village in Motion this Thursday, December the 10th, 15 days before Christmas. And this segment of the Village in Motion, we have some information about hospice. And Kathy Craig is our clinical manager of hospice, and I understand you've got a couple of people you want to introduce this morning, Kathy.
I do. Good morning,
Good
Clint.
morning.
I do. We have to my left a brand new social worker on our team, week old with
All
us.
right.
Her name is Bonnie Raymond.
Welcome.
So
Thank you.
we welcome her to the team. And then to her left is John Smith. He is our new registered nurse.
Very good.
And he's getting around the community and
Yeah.
getting to be well known.
And he was known before he came here.
Yes.
His sister is here, who is Juanita down in the fitness center. And we're very glad to have John aboard. Yeah. What goes on in hospice? What do you guys do?
John?
Well, hospice is basically a service that ensures a person's comfort and pain, freedom from pain, and a higher quality of life during the last weeks or months or days of their life. There's this misconception among other people, I think, even some of the staff here at Channel 6, that hospice has something to do with euthanasia.
No.
No, it does not. Now, for the record, I am in favor of euthanasia. I'm in favor of youth in Africa, youth in South America, and youth in North America, as well as Europe.
Very good. But
Every day.
every day.
Every day.
But your job, though, John, is to go into the home and do what?
Well, not only do I go into individuals' homes, but I also go into the care center at Garden Ridge, and there we come up with a plan for our patient, for our client, with the client's input, the family's input, and then we try to meet those needs.
Okay.
If the goal of the family is to keep our client pain-free, then we work closely with our pharmacists, our pharmacy, and our medical director in adjusting the medications so that they're pain-free or anxiety-free. If they need some help with activities of daily living, we have hospice aides that go into the home and help with bathing, and I can help with bathing as well. Sometimes I get along. Sometimes the patients will relate closer to me because I'm a man and they're a man, and I was a soldier and they were a soldier, and we just do whatever we can to help our patients stay comfortable and improve their quality of life. We have, of course, and you're going to talk to our social worker pretty soon, who deals with the psychosocial needs of the patient and family. We also have a chaplain that works with our hospice team that meets the spiritual needs, help to meet the spiritual needs of the patient and their family.
Okay.
And this can go on for 90 days, another 90-day period, and then innumerable 60-day periods.
Okay. So it's initially a 90-day period that for individuals going on hospice?
Yeah, Medicare divides the first 6 months into 90-day benefit periods. And then if someone still needs hospice beyond that, then our medical director will go in and do what's called a face-to-face visit to help us determine that they still meet the criteria to stay on hospice.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't, and we need to look at graduating them off of service for a while.
Okay. So someone could go on hospice and then come back off of hospice and then go back on hospice?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right. Very good. And the social worker does the psychosocial care?
Right. When a patient comes in, I do an assessment to determine where they are psychologically with the decision they've made to be a part of hospice. We also look at their acceptance of what is happening and how stable are they, how comfortable are they. and we go in the homes bi-monthly, weekly if needed, and talk to them about what they're feeling, what's going on with them. We find out if they're in pain, and I would get up with John and say, you know, first concern is they're in pain. They can't talk to me if they're in pain.
Right.
Let's get them some help. And then I'll also be working with bereavement
Oh, okay.
with the families after their loved one has passed away, to help them cope and manage the multitude of feelings that come with a death in the family.
Because you have,
Yes.
the first year is very difficult after their loved one
Right.
passes,
Mhm.
so they're going to be experiencing a lot of new emotions at the
Yes.
loss of, gee, it's the first Christmas without my loved one, and
Right.
trying to, you know, just process all those emotions.
Okay.
So our team helps them define a new normal in their life so that they can move on from that death.
I know at one point we had a bereavement nurse. Do we still have that person?
Not a nurse, she's
Okay.
a social worker.
Social worker, okay. And then Bonnie, you will be a bereavement social worker as well? I mean, we have two then, or?
We may have two. It may, for me, just be me for a
Oh, okay.
while.
What we need, we get, right?
Yes, definitely. Because again, the whole thing is making sure that our patients have a good journey
Mm-hmm.
until they do die,
Okay.
enhancing that quality of life, helping them to wrap up business
Mhm.
at the end of life, say things to their loved ones that they need to say.
Okay. So it's maintaining them at a comfort level and with dignity and respect.
Very much so.
Okay.
And it's not only working with the patient and allowing them to maintain their dignity and respect. We're working with the entire family
Okay.
and connecting with them and listening to them and supporting them as they go through the journey.
And this unit also extends out beyond the family to hired caregivers,
Mm.
the staff over at Garden Ridge, because in most cases, these residents have been a part of their family for years.
Right.
So we want to be able to provide that support to them also.
You mentioned the fact of this unit. Is there actually a unit at Garden Ridge where people that are in hospice go as opposed to any place else, or they're just in a typical room as everyone else
A
is?
typical room, it could be on the assisted living, it could be on long-term care, or it could be on the memory care section.
Okay. And we have individuals in independent living as well that are involved in hospice?
Very much so.
Okay. I know what hospice is, but I don't know if everybody in the audience knows what hospice is. Would you give us a definition of what hospice actually is?
Hospice is care at end of life.
Okay.
It is medical, psychosocial, spiritual care, addressing the whole person as they're making that journey toward death and transition to whatever their belief system, allows that, has them believing. It could be people don't have a spiritual belief
Right.
either. So again, helping them put a definition on their life. Was it a good life? Are they going to leave a mark on the world, so to say? And just help them achieve that respect, that dignity, that quality of life, and that comfort until they do die.
Okay. There's no definitive time of death. It happens when it happens.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you guys are on call 24/7
Yes.
in regards to that. How soon after a call does someone respond to an individual in hospice?
It could be that day. It could be per the schedule that a family member sets. So I'll take in a referral, and we will call the family and let them know we received the referral, and then set up a meeting with them. And that could happen that very day.
Okay.
Because also in the background, we're doing things to double check history, make sure they're meeting the eligibility criteria, and also having that discussion with our medical director to ensure that they are meeting the criteria for hospice. We get orders, we go out, meet with the families, and in most cases, we're doing the admission. And again, trying as soon as we can to get their symptoms under control.
Very good. Well, very educational. Welcome aboard, Bonnie and
Thank
John.
you.
We're glad to have you guys with us, and we look forward to you staying with us for a long time around here.
That would
Okay?
be wonderful.
Thank you.
Great, great. And if somebody needs hospice, they simply call the office.
Call the office at 703-923-3122.
All right. Again, thank you very much, and have a wonderful holiday period.
And to everyone out there, a blessed and safe holiday.
Yes, most definitely.